What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, guys, to another Barcelona news roundup, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to every single one of you guys in the building, guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And yeah, man, listen, we're going to be getting into it, guys, because there's a lot of news roundup coming out of Barcelona right now with everything that is going on with the Nico Williams deal, guys. There's been big updates, guys, coming out of Barcelona today, guys, because guess what, guys? Barcelona and Nico Williams' agent met earlier today, and basically, guys, I'm gonna be getting into all of it, guys, what I think, and basically everything that was basically talked about during this stream. But if you guys like that, make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and listen, man, let's get started, guys. Nico Williams, ladies and gentlemen, Nico Williams. Now, we know last season we were after Nico Williams, right? We were desperate to bring in Nico Williams. He was our primary target after the Euros, right? Barcelona were so desperate to bring him in, but in the end, you know, Nico Williams, he decided, you know, against moving. He wanted to stay at Bilbao. He wanted to be at the club where he started because, let's be real, they were hosting the Europa League final, and they were one of the key favorites for that. And he wanted to stick around and maybe win one trophy with them before a European trophy, importantly for them, and basically make a move this summer. And he did stay in the end, right? And this season, unfortunately for them, they didn't get it done. They did end up missing out just closely in the semifinals. And yeah, this season is the complete opposite because Nico Williams is open to the move to Barcelona. He's been very desperate to make a move this summer, where there's other teams that are interested in him. Obviously, it's not just Barca. You've got Bayern Munich, who've now entered the race. Arsenal is another team that's looking at Nico Williams. So he's definitely has a lot of options. However, it comes out that Barcelona are the preferred target that he would like to join. He would like to stick around in Spain. So, and because of that, this morning we saw that Nico Williams' agent actually spoke to Barcelona. He was in Barcelona this morning. He had a meeting with the club, and basically, as you can see, guys, in the meeting today, Nico Williams and Deco today, it was made very clear that Nico Williams is crazy about joining Barcelona this time round, and he's willing to take a pay cut. He's willing to risk the signing despite the fact that Barcelona have fair play issues and registration issues. And listen, I'm just going to be very objective when I say this, guys, okay? Here's my honest opinion when it comes to this move. We know that Barcelona this season, this transfer window, their primary target in that left wing is Luis Diaz. That is who the club and Deco are looking at, right? They've already tried, they're trying to move on from the Nico Williams deal. However, for me, the fact that Nico Williams is available, and from what his agent is saying, he is crazy about the move this summer. He really wants to make the move. He's willing to basically reject all of us from other clubs. He's willing to wait, you know, as far as the registration is concerned and everything, just so that he can get the move done. I'm just going to say this right now, and big up to all you guys in the chat. Make sure you guys tell me what you guys think about this thing. Here's what I think about this, okay? Barcelona cannot make the same mistake we made last summer. What am I talking about? Last summer, we were targeting Nico Williams. He was our number one target. Barcelona were looking at him, and they were looking at Olmo. We're potentially looking at some fullbacks, right? We were looking at some other areas in the team. However, The left wing with Nico Williams and Danny Olmo were the two key targets. Danny Olmo was already saying he was open to the move. Like he had been open to the move for a very, very long time. Barcelona were going to go in for Danny Olmo. However, they wanted to start with the Nico Williams thing because that was the one that was bringing the most trouble, right? In the end. And Nico Williams, in the end, he looked like he was going to join because the club were in advanced talks with him, right? We were in advanced talks with the player. But in the end, I guess because of family, guys like Iñaki Williams and the club, they convinced him to stay for one more season and try to fight for the Europa League because they are hosting the cup in the San Amame Stadium, right? In the end. He ended up sticking around. He ended up staying, and we wasted so much time when there were some other players available at the time. Like we could have even gone in for a loan deal for players like Kingsley Coman, right? Maybe going for a player like a Leao, right? Or try to get in a Danny Olmo early so that we can focus on other positions. But we waited, we sat around in our hands for so long. It went to a point where we'd gone the full month of July and not signed a player. And when the pressure was beginning to get to Deco and the club, they instantly went away from the Nico Williams move and went straight in for Danny Olmo. And guess what? Just like that, Danny Olmo was a Barcelona player. Why was that? Because Danny Olmo had made it very clear he wanted to return back to Barca. That was the only move he was going to take. He wasn't going anywhere else, right? That's why the move went on very quickly. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is because of this. If you look at this whole situation with Nico Williams, we are now in a position where it's very similar to last summer. We have a player in Nico Williams who's willing to move ASAP. He wants the move, right? We have a player in Luis Diaz who wants the move. However, his club are not willing to budge away from their objective and what they want to sell him, buy him for, right? And it's going to a point now where it's like this right now at the club, right? Because Deco wants Luis Diaz as his primary target, and the club want Luis Diaz. However, they're also open to the Nico Williams thing. I just don't want the club to make the same mistake we made in the past. We cannot make the same mistake again, right? We cannot sit here and wait for Liverpool and try to renegotiate with Liverpool when they're making it very clear and they're making it very simple that they are not open to selling. If they don't want to sell. So they are going to sit there and wait on their hands and wait and try to do whatever they want. Now, as far as I am concerned, we cannot make that same mistake. If we can't get Luis Diaz this summer, we have to focus on getting Nico Williams and getting that left wing sorted. You understand what I mean? Because I promise you guys, we cannot do this same thing again. So let me know what you guys think about what I'm saying, but that's what I think. Big up to all the people in the chat. Big up to Jerkan says he's definitely joining Barca because he wants to stay in Spain. Exactly. That's why you can see he's crazy for the move, right? Big up to you, Havers, you fraud. Big up to you, man. Yo, big up to Mark, man. Yo, Viscar Barca, man. How you doing, man? I hope you're doing good. Big up to my guy, Havers, man. Says Hala Madrid. Yeah, you absolute fraud. Whatever, man. Whatever, you fraud. But yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I think about this, right? Now, you're seeing it right here. Look at this. Look at this attack, guys. Tell me this attack doesn't sound good, guys. Look at this attack, man. Like, come on, man. It's literally right in our hands. It's right there, right? And unlike last summer, we can actually get this done this year. We cannot make the same stupid mistakes. And this is where this is why when people always tell me, Omar, why are you always so harsh on Deco? You're always going at Deco. You're always being mean to Deco. You're never giving Deco credit. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not a prejudiced person. I will be willing to say that I'm wrong if he gets me the players that I want. And the players I want is a left winger. I want some new fullbacks. And you've already got me the keeper, so fair play to you, right? But get me those three positions now. Get me a left winger. Go get me two fullbacks, right? And now there's a left winger available, right? But this is the thing. Like, the way the club is moving, I just don't like it, man. I really don't. But where is this? Where is it again? Let me actually pull this up. Here it is. Now, this is the deal basically as far as the club is concerned now, right? They say Nico Williams in financial complexes that basically he's got a 58 million release clause, high salary, high commission, and a package deal is the main obstacle. Now, here's the thing. Because Nico Williams is so desperate for the move, he's willing to do anything for this. You feel me, right? He wants to join, and I think that at this point, he is willing to do anything. And as you guys can see, Hansi Flick himself has called Nico Williams. He's spoken to Nico Williams, right? He wants Nico Williams to join us. And at the end of the day, he has even gone as far as to talk to him about the club's plans, basically the Barcelona project, personally to him. If Hansi Flick himself is talking to the player, then what are we waiting for? Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? It doesn't make any sense. We have to work hard. We have to get this thing done and just get it out of the way. Because he's still a talented player. He's an extremely talented player. Yeah, it says Lewandowski's legs are a bit dusted. He's old. I don't think Barcelona are going to be looking at a striker this summer. It would be very crazy if we did, but I don't think we will. Yo, how's it going, Mohammed? How are you doing, man? But yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think about this. I mean, that's honestly what I think about this move when it comes to Barcelona. I think we need to be smart. That's the most important thing. We have to be smart in the transfer window because we need so many different areas. And you saw today, even Yamal himself, right? Where's the IG post? I'm going to pull up the IG post, which he put out. Where is it? See, guys, look at this. Even Yamal himself, right? Look at what Yamal put in his IG today. Yamal put this on his IG when they had it. Like, you can see the player, he wants the move. I mean, this is, you know what this reminds me of? This is like when, obviously, Real Madrid just brought in Bellingham, right? You remember the whole Bellingham, Trent and Bellingham thing, right? Where you could see Bellingham, and Trent, they absolutely, they were just sending each other messages. You could see, let's be honest, that was a big influence into why that move happened, right? Because of their friendship. We know these two guys are the best of friends. We see it all the time. Like, even in the Nations League, when Nico Williams scored, when Yamal scored, you can see, man, they enjoy being around each other, right? And you know what it is? This is not about, oh, yeah, these guys are best friends and all this stuff. No, that's not all. If you look at football, right, and big up to every single one of you guys, there are 33 people in here. Big up to every single one of you guys who are here. The most important thing is this. Barcelona, when we had MSN, we had three world-class players, right? And sometimes when you have three world-class players, especially in one position in the attack, sometimes egos can get in the middle of the team, and sometimes that can cause the team to not reach their potential. When we had Messi, Suarez, and Neymar, we didn't just have three world-class players. We had three players who were the closest of friends, right? And they had that chemistry. That chemistry is what made that front three cook the way it did. We've never seen a front three like that ever. And a lot of the reason why is because all three players were the closest of friends and they knew each other. They were talking to each other. These guys were people that talked to each other outside of football, so they knew so much about each other's game. You understand what I mean, right? You look at Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal last year in the Euros. We saw it. That partnership in the wings, that Spanish, the wings in the Spanish national team was cooking. This is why Barcelona last season made him our primary target. Because we saw what he could do with Yamal. Cut inside, best it with his right foot. You are Yamal, cut inside with his left foot. Like, you can, like, bro, we would have cooked. And this season, we have an opportunity to do that because a lot of people are telling me, oh, but Omar, Yamal, Nico Williams is a bum. Nico Williams is this. Nico Williams is that. Nico Williams is this. Look, here's the thing. You can only do so well at a club like Athletic Bilbao. Okay? I'm not even trying to be disrespectful when I say this. I really am not, right? But at the club of Athletic Bilbao's level, right, you can only do so much. Now, I'll be the first one to admit, look at this. If you look at his stats, right, he played 29 matches last season, got 5 goals, 5 assists. Now, on the eye, that is not good. That's terrible, right? That is terrible GA for a season. However, I will excuse it. The reason I will excuse it is because it's respectfully, it's Bilbao. You understand what I mean, right? It's very, very hard to really shine at a club of the level of Bilbao, with all due respect. You understand what I mean? Right? So, and every time, and this is another important thing that I need you all to realize, is that whenever we've actually seen Nico Williams play in Bilbao, yes, he doesn't cook. But what about whenever he's playing for Spain? Look at him for Spain. Look at the player that he is for Spain. Look at how he's always, like every single time, even in the Nations League, he cooked. Every time he performs, every time he plays for the Spanish national team, every time he's around world-class, top-class players like a Yamal, like a Pedri, like a Olmo, like a Kubashi, like a Hausen, flipping Cucurella, I'm tripping. I'm stumbling on the word. Fabian Ruiz. All of these guys, whenever he's around all of these good players, what happens? What happens every time he's around these good players? He always cooks. Now, look at a team like Bilbao, right? Look at Bilbao's team, respectfully, right? Look at this Bilbao squad, right? Give me a second. Look at this Bilbao squad, right? How many of these guys would even play for Barcelona, right? Be honest. Let's be real, right? The only players I would take in this team, when I'm looking at it, is Ohain Sanchez. I like him. He's a good player. I would take him. Iñaki Williams, would I take him? Probably not, right? I didn't think he's that kind of player. But when I look at this Bilbao team, truth be told, right? If we didn't bring in Joan Garcia, I would have probably taken Unai Simon, right? Because he's a good goalkeeper, right? Maybe not as consistent, but he's a good keeper. I would take Unai Sanchez, and you know what? I would still take him. Now, Sanchez is a very, very good attacking midfielder. Right? We only have one good attacking midfielder in our team, and that's Dani Olmo. So I would take him. But really, that's just two players. Now look at the Barcelona team. Now look at the players he would upgrade to if he came to Barcelona. He would go from playing with Alex Berenguer in the wings to playing with Yamal. He would go from passing it to his brother to giving it to Lewandowski. Right? Midfield. Yes, he's got Sanchez. Guess what? He's got Olmo, who's an upgrade. He's got Pedri. He's got De Jong. He's got Casado. He's got Gavi. He's got Kobashi, Araujo, Christensen. Like it's a no-brainer for me, right? At the end of the day, from what I've seen, what he's been able to do with Spain, it's shown me that when you put this guy around good players, he cooks. He cooks. So we have to be smart. We have to go to the transfer window, and we need to make sure that we try to get this deal done. Because here's the thing. Even though they're saying that he's crazy for the move, at the end of the day, this reminds me very similarly to what happened with Bayern Munich and Florian Wirtz. Because Florian Wirtz wanted to go to Bayern Munich. That was his preferred move. However, Bayern Munich kept on sticking around, right? Just chilling around, just joking around, wasting time. And before you know it, Liverpool just came in, put the money down. They put the money down, and then before you know it, there they go. They've got eggs in their faces. So it is what it is. Right? And this is not me throwing shots at Bayern, but that's the problem with sitting down and waiting. We cannot sit down and wait. We have to be very, very smart. We really have to. Yeah, let me read some of your chats, man. Big up to you guys. Hey, listen, man, you guys are absolutely killing it, man. Smash the lights, man. Smash the like button, guys. Big up to every single one of you guys. Big up to my brother NJ in the building. Big up to Enjovi. He says Rafinha can also play as a false striker. Thank you. Thank you. If we think about it, right? We've been playing with Ferran Torres in the attack. He cooks. And also another important thing, Enjovi, that you forgot. Rafinha can play in the 10. If you remember in the first 3 games or 4 games of the season, right? When we were playing Ferran Torres in the left wing, we were playing Yamal in the right wing, and because Olmo wasn't registered at the time, we were playing Rafinha in the 10. And you saw Rafinha was actually playing well in the 10, right? So we have 3 players in there who are very versatile. So we got to work with what we have. Big up to Ronald, man. Big up to you, man. And Jovi says, we need a creative left winger. Nico Williams fits the bill. Thank you. Exactly. The thing is, I've said this before. I don't see the difference for me between Nico Williams and Luis Diaz. I'm sorry, but I don't. I've watched both footballers. They are so similar. It's actually crazy. Like, bro, they are ridiculously similar in the way they play football. They really are. They really, really, really are. So I don't know why Barcelona are dilly-dallying for a player of Luis Diaz's stature when he's been hard to get. When you have a player, Nico Williams, who's not only younger, but also fits the same profile. So we have to be smart about this. We got to come here says you also need a left center back. Inigo might get injured, and you've got full backs in depth. Eric Garcia and Gerard. You need a center back. I mean, I don't really agree with you, Napian. Here's the thing: if you look at really, when you think about it, let me pull up the Barca squad right now. Give me a second. I mean, if you look at the Barcelona squad, look at our defense, right? We've got Koundé, Hector. Center backs, right? Koundé is a center back that plays right back, so he can play center back. You've got Ronald Araujo. You're talking about Inigo Martinez maybe being injury prone. We've seen Christensen this season, right? And also, Inigo Martinez is not even that injury prone. The guy played 28 games this season. You understand what I mean, right? So, Christensen, Eric Garcia can play in the defense, right? So I'm not gonna lie. Look, I think there's other avenues in the team that need more fixing than the defense. You understand what I mean, right? So we need to first of all focus on those avenues first. Get me fullbacks first before you get me any center backs. Because if we can get a new center back, if we get a new right back, then we can move Koundé back to center back. Do you understand what I mean? If we get like a Van der Sar from Monaco, right? Then we can just put Koundé back in the center back position, and then there you go, Bob's your uncle. So yeah, that's what I think about it. But it's correct. Nico and Yama have crazy chemistry on the pitch, and this is very important. Listen, guys. I know people. Some of those of you guys who play FIFA, right? You guys are gonna see this and you're gonna think, it's just chemistry is just for FIFA. No, guys, chemistry is everything in football. I just used the MSN as a perfect example of how good chemistry is. Because when you have 3 world-class players that don't have chemistry, it dies. In every sport, forget about just football. In every sport, if you guys, for example, you guys who watch NBA, why do you think a franchise like the Golden State Warriors did so well, right? The Golden State Warriors had KD, they had Steph, they had Draymond, at some point they had Iguodala. They had so many great teams, bro. They had the all-star team. But here's the thing. That is not the first time we've seen a team of that ilk, right? Brooklyn Nets, they tried to do something like that. They brought in Durant, they brought in Kyrie, they brought in James Harden, and they brought in, LaMarcus Aldridge, who ended up retiring early. But imagine having those 3 players, right? That team should have cooked. That team should have absolutely cooked. But guess what? The chemistry didn't work out. That is why that team failed. Yeah, big up to every single one of you guys. We got 45 people. Yo, this is crazy. This stream is just going up and up. Big up to every single one of you guys. Big up to you guys. But we continue. You look at, like, even if you look at, like, I'm not going to use Madrid when they had BBC, when they had Benzema, Bale, and Cristiano, because that team, they did it well. They won 3 Champions Leagues, right? You can't take that away from them, right? At the end of the day, I'm trying to think of, like, for those of you in the chat, and those of you guys in the chat, let me know what football club would you say had? Oh no, I have one. The Galacticos of the early 2000s. The Galacticos of the early 2000s, perfect example of what happens when you have world-class players but zero chemistry. You understand what I mean, right? Because in their prime, Real Madrid in the early 2000s had R9, Zidane, Raul, the Figo, the Beckham. I know I'm going to be forgetting names. They had people like Owen in the team, right? They had so many world-class. Bro, I don't think football will probably ever see a team like that, right? This is before FFP was a thing. So Real Madrid were literally in the transfer window at some point just buying the shit out of, like they were just buying like players like crazy at the time, right? And that team on paper, if you honestly, right, for some of you guys who really don't watch a lot of football, who haven't really watched football during that time, if I told you that team, you guys would be sitting there saying, "Oh, a team like that, how can a team like that not dominate football?" And that is the crazy thing. That team should have dominated football, but they didn't. Let me actually pull up the team again. I'm gonna pick. Hold on. For Champions League, Wikipedia. Let me see. All right, here it is. Let me look at this, guys. I want to show you all this right here. Look at this. This is the. Hold on. Where is it? Real Madrid. Champions League. All right, here it is. Here it is. Look at this, guys. I want to show you. Look at this. Look at this. This is in 2006, right? When Real Madrid lost to Arsenal, right? Look at the team that Real Madrid had. Look at this. They had R9, they had Zidane, they had Guti, they had Beckham, they had Robinho, they had Gravison. And you know what's funny? This wasn't even the best team that they had. They had such a ridiculously stacked team. But guess what? Despite the stacked team that they had, you know what they had in there? They had massive egos. You had R9 who had an ego. You had Beckham who had an ego. You had Figo that had an ego. You had all these players that all had egos and zero chemistry. And that zero chemistry is why in the end that Galacticos failed. So chemistry is everything when it comes to football, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta have chemistry. So when you have players like a Nico Williams, who is shown for country every single time that he's got that incredible chemistry alongside a player of Yamal's ilk, you got to take advantage. We don't know how Luis Diaz is going to do. We don't know how quickly he's going to adapt to the Barcelona style, right? However, Nico Williams, I feel like he will adapt to this style much quicker, 100%. Look up, Mark. It says left wing Nico, Lewandowski at the attack, Yamal under Yamal right wing, and Rafinha as a cam. Tell me that doesn't sound good, guys. Tell me that doesn't sound good at all. But yeah, it says Bilbao are still fourth. But Bilbao are still fourth. They aren't an Osasuna or okay. Napin, you're missing the point. I'm not sitting here saying Bilbao are bums, but let's not sit here that they are not they're not levels to this. Just because they're fourth doesn't mean that they are at our level. You understand what I mean, right? They're not a bum team. I never said they were. But tell me how many of their players would walk into our team. Be honest. Be honest. How many of their players would walk into our team? Like, come on, man. We got to be real here. They do have a good team, but they don't have world-class or top-class players of Barcelona's ilk in their team. They don't. And we've seen Nico Williams. When you put him around better players, he usually cooks. And also, another thing we need to take into account is this. We've seen Rafinha before Hansi Flick, and we've seen Rafinha after Hansi Flick. You're telling me that Hansi Flick cannot bring the best out of a player like Nico Williams? You think a player like Nico Williams, how do you think a player like Nico Williams will do under a manager like Flick? We've seen what Flick does with players who are wingers. We've seen it with Bayern Munich when he had Serge Gnabry, right? When he had Kingsley Coman. This season, we've seen what he's done with Yamal. We've seen what he's done with Rafinha. Like this, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer at all, man. It's a no-brainer at all. Bro, Omo is starting IMO because he's better than Rafinha in dribbling and tight spaces and playmaking. Exactly, Turbo. Now, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I'm a greedy guy, bro. I do not care about this whole thing of, but if Deco Williams or Luis Diaz comes in, they're going to substitute Rafinha. No, it's competition. It's competition. You come in because you want to prove yourself. And if you are a player that is doing well this season, you need to understand the next season, they might sign a player in your position. And if they do, guess what? You're going to have to fight for that position. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Go to Mark again, says, Barca will challenge in all front. We need a deep squad with quality. Fuck Real Madrid. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you, man. Says, I'm down for food. Yo, this runner guy says, me personally, next year we are getting a new striker like Alvarez, but we are going to get a new left winger and we'll sign the Croatian Cardoso Valera. I haven't seen this guy enough, so I don't really know enough about him. However, you do have a good point. I think Barcelona will focus on a striker next season. I think next season is when we're going to be going out for a striker. You feel me? I think next season, Barcelona will potentially go in for an Alvarez, like you mentioned, right? And listen, I think Alvarez is a dream. I think Isaac is another one that Barcelona might be looking at signing. I think, honestly, if I'm going to be real, I think Barcelona, if they're going to sign a striker next season, will probably be Isaac or Alvarez. I think it's one of the two. I think it's one of the two for me, right? But yeah, we'll see. I mean, listen, I don't think we're. I mean, would we go for a striker this season? Would I have gone for a striker if we had the money? Yes, but I think if you look at Barcelona's financial issues with financial fair play and also our registration issues, what can we do? What can we do? It says, genuinely, can you see Barcelona getting Nico realistically? Yes, I think we can. I think, bro, it's right there. I've just shown you to you, right? The guy clearly wants to join us. This move should happen. The only reason this move is not gonna happen for me, hold on. The only reason this move for me is not gonna happen is if we fuck up. Honestly, if this move doesn't happen, it's gonna be because we were dilly-dally in the transfer window waiting for Luis Diaz, trying to negotiate with Liverpool, who are refusing to budge, and then basically Nico Williams is gonna go to a Bayern Munich. That's the only way I see us losing out on Nico Williams. If we're smart, we will get him 100%. He says, flipping hell, Nico Williams, Barcelona have downgraded. Hey, listen, Jay Simpson. All right, bro. Says, bro, the news that Nico Williams agreed a contract with Barcelona today, just like a few hours ago. Yeah, no, here's the thing. I think that is what these negotiations and talking to his agent is about. I don't think it's just about talking to him about the project, but also talking about contracts, right? So I'm sure the club today, when they spoke to his agent, they probably laid down how much they are willing to offer him if he does sign, right? And these are all things that this is things that all the agents talk about. They're going to talk about wage, like how much is the club willing to pay him. And I genuinely believe that we agreed terms with him. I genuinely do. I think that if we, let's say, trigger the buyout clause, I think the move would just happen just like that. It's going to be similar to the Dani Olmo one. How we just we agreed a contract with him literally like weeks before we even talked to Leipzig, right? That's why we ended up just instantly, when we paid the money, he was a Barcelona player instantly. 100%. He said, Spain's front three would be Barca's. Exactly, man. Like, not for me, not only, if you think about this, right? Who really gains from all of this? Is it just Barcelona? No. So does Spain. Because here's the thing. Imagine next season, we play a front three. We play, at some point, we're playing Ferran Torres, who's Spain's striker, right? Right? Ferran Torres is going to be playing a few times next season. He's going to play in a lot next year, especially how good he's been this season, right? Think about how having a player, give me a second. But yeah, think about how having a player of Nico Williams' stature, right? Having Nico Williams, Ferran Torres, and what's his name in the team? Ferran Torres and Yamal, right? Playing together and actually winning things together. That just gives Spain a better opportunity. That just makes Spain even better. So they have to be smart about this, right? And also, here's the thing. If sorry guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, imagine, right? If we can have our front two, our left wingers play for club and country, it just makes their chemistry better. It would, for me, it would make the move, like, it would make him settle into the club much easier. You understand what I mean, right? Because he doesn't always have to worry about interlinking with players all the time. However, the only person that he needs to just understand how to play with is Lewandowski, and that's something he's going to learn to do very, very quickly. And playing with Rafinha, Dani Olmo, someone who he plays with for country. So he's got Dani Olmo, he's got Yamal, and players like Pedri in the team. Like, he's going to settle very quickly in my eyes. 100%. He says, you can use Real Madrid of this season. I don't know what you mean, man. Yo, big up Godfrey, bro. How you doing, man? How are you doing, bro? Hope you're doing good. Listen, man, 46 people in here, man. Damn, man. This is one of the highest people I've gotten without being rated, man. So big up to every single one of you guys who are in the building, man. You guys are the G. You guys are moving crazy in the chat, man. And listen, make sure you guys put your stuff in the chat, guys. I'm reading all your chats in here. I'm going to be reading all of your chats here today, man. But yeah, it says, It says, big up to Jimmy Chum says, I think we should sell Araujo, profit, and promote a La Masia centre back like Andreas Cuenca. He's very good, especially on the ball, and also means Conso. Wait, means Cospo. We have a centre back option. I mean, okay, look. As far as hold on. As far as what you're saying is concerned, I'm not even completely against it, to be perfectly honest. I think Barcelona should try and go in for a give me a sec. I think the Barcelona should be smart in the transfer window. You understand what I mean, right? And look, if a good offer comes in for Araujo, I'm open to selling. I'm being dead serious. I don't care. Bro, if we get an offer of 50 to 60 million for Araujo, just sell, man. Just sell. Just sell. Don't ask any questions. Don't dilly-dally. Don't do any of that. Just sell. Instantly sell, man. Like, that's what I think, man. Yo, big up to everyone. Like 52 people, man. This stream just keeps going. Like, make sure you guys share this on all socials, man. Let's get more people in here. Listen, I want to try and get like 100 people in here. If we can do that, trust me, man, I will be over the moon, man. Because I've never had like 100 people on my streams without getting rated. So if that happens today, bro, it's going to be incredible. But big up to every single one of you guys who are here. So yeah, as far as the Araujo deal is concerned, if we get a good offer for Araujo, I'm open to selling. I'm open to selling 100%, right? Bring him, if we can sell him, yep, right? And yeah, listen, at the end of the day, bro, La Masia is cooking. So if Andreas Cuenca comes in from the academy and cooks, yo, just another one, man. Just another one in the team. Says, how do you feel? How are you feeling about Nico Williams potentially joining? Just join the stream. Yeah, I was just saying that I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Like, he's crazy to make the move. We gotta be smart and get this deal done. You understand what I mean, right? However, I know the club are focusing on Luis Diaz right now. You understand what I mean? So that just worries me right now, because I'm just like, listen, let's not make the same mistake we made last summer. That's it. Just don't make the same mistake that you made last summer, and we should be good, right? If Liverpool don't want to sell, then listen, man, we just gotta move on. There's other players available. There's other players available. So we just gotta be smart with it. It says, what do you think of Real Madrid's new team? Should we be scared of them next season? Nope. I am not scared. Wallahi, I'm not scared of Real Madrid team. Let me tell you something, bro. With all due respect, let me tell you something. I don't know why Real Madrid fans think that I should be intimidated. Like, I don't know why. Like, do you guys remember last season, right? When they brought in Mbappe, and everybody and all of these frauds, right, were all in social media reminding us that they have a front three of Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Kylian Mbappe. That is what they were telling us the whole of last season, guys. That is all they were telling us the whole of last season, right? They were telling us all of this. Guess what? Guess what? Domestic treble winners. We beat you guys 4 times, did the sweep on you. What are you saying to me, bro? I don't know what. Like, I don't know why. Why should I be scared, bro? I'm gonna be scared of Trent Alexander, bro. Respectfully, Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? Do you mean this? You mean the right back I see getting cooked every single who was getting cooked by Jeremy Doku in the Premier League, bro? If Jeremy Doku could do that to him, imagine if we sign Nico Williams, bro. Imagine we sign Nico Williams, bro. That like, oh my god, man. I need to see that, man. I need that. I need that, bro. You don't understand, bro. We're gonna absolutely flame them, bro. So yeah, I'm not worried, man. I am not worried. I don't care who they bring in. Huijsen, I don't care about Huijsen. I don't care about this Franco guy they signed. Listen, I haven't seen enough of him. He could be the next big thing. Hey, guess what? He could also be the next Reiner, whatever that player is. Remember the Brazilian they signed from Santos? He could be the next that. So I do not care, man. I do not care. Adagula was supposed to be the next big thing. Guess what? He's not even getting played enough. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't care, man. I do not care. Listen, we just have to, for me, we just have to do what we need to do. We need to go to the transfer window and go get the players we need. Forget that. Fuck whatever Madrid is doing. You understand what I mean, right? They can focus on the nation. I'm sorry, on the Club World Cup. And listen, man, we will be here against that El Halal game, bro. When they lose to El Halal, you don't understand. I'm doing a full stream cooking that fraud. Will agree with Turbo. I don't see Rafinha as a cam. He's not your traditional cam. I think he's more of a shadow striker. He's more of a shadow striker that plays in attacking midfield. That's the kind of player that he would be if he joined us. where it says we need 2 strikers. I mean, technically, we do have 2 strikers. I mean, look, I don't think Barca are going to be looking at a striker this season. I don't know why people are insisting on it. I don't think we will. I don't think we will. 100%. You said, who was that cooking? You're more specific. Just look up to Tino. Tino says, Alvarez. Yeah, Alvarez is the dream. Alvarez is the dream, guys. I'm gonna be very honest. If you gave me the option between Isaac and Alvarez, I'm not gonna lie. I would take Alvarez. I'm not even. I don't care, man. I would take him. I think he's an incredible player, man. Like I think under the Barca system, he would fit like a glove. I don't know about you guys, but I think he would. I think he 100% would. Yeah, it says Jovi says even FIFA ratings agree. No. Yeah, big up to you guys. And Jovi says I really want Rafinha as a false 9. I think level has limited us as far as a striker, and I hope Barca does not go over classic number 9 like a Haaland. We need ball players. Listen, man, I think a lot of Barcelona fans, they get gassed. They really get overgassed when it comes to players like Haaland. And Haaland. Nah, I don't care, man. I don't care. Listen, I want a player that fits the system. And like you said, I think, even this is why, I'm not going to lie, this is why last season I was talking about taking a Gyökeres. I think a lot of Barca fans were like, Gyökeres, nah. I think what Gyökeres, if you look at Gyökeres for Sporting sometimes, he links up with his wingers. And I think that's what Barcelona striker needs to do. He needs to link up with his wingers. He needs to have that connection with the wing. You understand what I mean? Like, Haaland is not going to have a connection with the wings. You understand what I mean, right? Isaac has that connection with the wings. That's why I would take him as well. You understand what I mean? But for me, if I'm just going to be 100% honest, I think that Barcelona should be looking at Alvarez, because Alvarez is just the full package for me. And this is the thing with Alvarez. I would have taken Alvarez before he went to Atleti. I'm going to be very honest, man. Like, we didn't have the money to afford him, of course. But, I would have taken Alvarez in a heartbeat last season, man. And for me, and Jovi, as far as what your statement is concerned, I'm going to be very honest. Signing Nico Williams could give us that opportunity, because if we can at some point have a front three of Rafinha, Yamal, and Nico Williams, just kind of like how PSG were playing Dembele in the false 9, and he was cooking when they had Kvaratskhelia and Desiree Doué in the team. Well, I think we could do something similar, right? And like you mentioned, I think Lewandowski next season will be his last season, so he's going to be shifted out of the team slowly, right? And he's not going to be relied upon. So, yeah. This is official. He's agreed at 15 million per year. Okay, there you go. Oh, you mean 12 million? I mean, that's good. That's good. Then that just means we just have to agree terms with the club. Now, we have to be smart about it, because at the end of the day, here's the thing, Turbo, right? Agreeing terms with the player means nothing if Barcelona don't go out and buy and spend the money on the player, right? With the club. Because if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if Zira and Liam are in the chat, but I don't know. I think they might have agreed terms with Wirtz before he went to Liverpool, right? Like, we've seen this all the time. Players agree terms with players, agree terms with clubs all the time. Doesn't mean the player is going to join, because usually the club, basically what the club want to do is they want to at least know that he is open to the move. And now that they know he's open to the move, they're like, okay, cool. We will keep you in the alternate in this side. We're going to focus on our primary target. Big up to Dennis, man. Big up to you, man. He says, what's up? What's up, my guy? He says, I told you we are not done with Nico. Oh, well, thank God we're not. Thank God we're not. Yo, big up to my brother, Barca Valiant. Big up, Miguel. He says, this is fair in Real Madrid over Nico Williams and Lamine. Bro, let me tell you something, man. These guys sitting here talking about this trend talk. Wait till I bring in Nico. Bro, I need to see that. I need us to sign them so that I can see them on preseason. Because, bro, when these people cook in preseason, I just want to put the fear of God in these Madrid fans, man. We need to. Yo, make sure you guys like the stream, man. 50 people in the building. 50. Come on, man. We haven't even hit 30 likes yet. How have we not even hit 30 likes yet, man? Let's get to 30 likes. Come on, y'all. Come on. Big up to every single one of you guys. I can't wait for the new season to begin. Yeah, me neither, man. Me neither. Let's go. Big up to you, man. Yo, big up Catalan, man. Big up to you, bro. How you doing? How are you doing, man? How are you doing, man? Big up to Jan. Jan says, if Flick can transform Nico like he did with Kunde, then cool. Otherwise, I'm not convinced. I mean, you say Kunde, but no. I mean, I think he could transform him. Because here's the thing with Nico. I don't know why everyone thinks Nico is just this bum player that can do fuck all on the pitch. That's not true, man. He's a good player. Yes, maybe he doesn't put all the numbers, but then again, bro, we don't know. He could come to Barcelona and his numbers could just go skyrocket at Barcelona. You never know. You never know, man. So we can't be too over judgmental, man, when it comes to these players. Okay. Napi says, Omar, I am not a Barcelona fan, but I love your streams, man. Can you acknowledge me more? Hold on, let me see. I want to read this part. It says, Omar, I'm not a Barca fan, but love your streams. Man, can you acknowledge me, but more? Oh, yeah. But more Barcelona streaming channels. I found yours when I was surfing on Barcelona fan channels. I'm a Spurs fan, though. Yo, big up to you, bro. Big up to you. Hey, listen, man. At the end of the day, this is not just a Barca channel. Okay, bro? Everybody here is welcome. Heck, even Madridistas are in here. Like, this guy is one of them. This fraud right here is one of them. He's always on my chat every single time, right? So, yeah. Listen, we don't, like, everybody here is welcome. Big up to every single one of you guys who are joining for the first time, guys. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I don't just do Barcelona content, by the way. It's majority Barca content, obvious, because this is a Barca channel. However, I do talk about other clubs. True Ballers FC, that is the show that I do every Wednesdays now. So that's a Premier League show. So I have Spurs fans who are also part of the panel. So Napin, I'll be talking about, if you want to hear me talk about Premier League stuff, you're gonna be seeing it on True Ballers FC. You feel me, right? So yeah, if you wanna watch more Premier League content, I got you, man. Not for 85. I ain't scared of Madrid's dusty team that they have. Bro, nobody's scared of Real Madrid, man. Like I was watching, what's his name? That fraud Will on his channel, sitting there talking to me about, oh, Real Madrid, I even have the clip. I have the clip. This absolute fraud sitting there saying, oh, Real Barcelona next season, we're gonna wipe out them. Bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Haven't you learned anything? Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Don't, no, I'm not even gonna. I was about to say something, and ayo. I'm like, nah, man. You should be scared. I should be scared of who? Hold on. Havers, who should I be scared of? Look into my eyes. Let me put myself full screen. Look into these eyes. Look into my eyes, bro. Look into these eyes. Does these eyes look like a guy who's scared? Do I look shook to you? My friend? Yeah, man. Okay? Yeah, man. Listen. Don't do that. Don't do that, you fraud. Listen. Exactly, Earl. What are we supposed to be scared of? Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent, you want me to be scared of? Get out of here, man. Listen, Trent next season is going to be exposed. You feel me? We will be there, bro. The Trent... Let me tell you something, bro. Next season, when Trent is getting cooked by, what's his name? The Girona winger. What's his name? What's the name of this Girona winger, the number 10? For those of you guys who are in the chat, tell me if you guys know who I'm talking about. But yeah, when he cooks him, bro, oof, we will be there. Every time Trent gets cooked, I will be there to watch, man. Every time. There's PSG are more scarier than Real Madrid. Of course. That's not even close, man. That's not even close. Of course, man. Just as long as we have a core of La Masia players, I will never be afraid of Real Madrid. Facts. Yeah, man. Says big up. Yo, big up to my brother. Listen, big up to Michael TV. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Michael TV, man. Big up to my guy every single time, man. How you doing, man? I hope you're doing good. Just keep talking. Yo, listen, you're talking about me talking. Nah, you guys have been the one doing all the talking this season. Yo, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. The season ended what? About a month ago? Has it been a month since the season has ended? Bro, it's crazy how Real Madrid fans are still talking to Barca fans when the season is still fresh in their memory. Like, seriously, man. Like, come on, man. Have some level of shame, bro. How are you gonna come at me like this? Listen, man, Real Madrid, keep talking, man. Keep hyping your players. Keep hyping your overrated players. We will be here for it. I know why my Wi-Fi is moving, man. I don't know if I hope it's not affecting my stream, guys. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm moving to my router every single time because for some reason this thing keeps buffering. I don't know. It's not buffering on the stream. It's buffering over here. I don't want it to affect the stream. Pick up to every single one of you guys who are here. And listen. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's go. This guy says a new coach, new players, etc. Bro, exactly, Ronald. They have a new coach, right? These guys are sitting here getting. I'm hearing this fraud Will on Galacticos today, sitting there saying things like, "Oh, we're gonna have a manager who's gonna be tactically inept. Let me tell you something, bro. I have clips of that stream. You understand what I mean? I have clips of that stream, you fraud, and I promise you, bro. The amount of clippable stuff I have about of this guy, yeah. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be absolutely magical next season. Trust me. How about fuck Madrid, you fraud? Listen, man. Hey, listen. I'm here for all the smoke. I'm here for all the smoke. I'm representing Football Carnage in this. Oh well, listen, man. Then you hold all this smoke because he's moving like a pussy, right? He doesn't want to come out here and catch this smoke. Don't worry, bro. I got smoke for him. Listen, Football Mania. Today was supposed to be Football Mania. Guess what, bro? He wasn't today. He wasn't around for Football Mania. Guess what? Next week, we'll be back. Listen, Football Mania is coming back next season. When we cook you guys next season, I will. Oh, trust me. I'm ready, man. Says we don't care about Madrid. Bro, exactly, man. Seriously, bro. Who cares about Madrid, man? Fuck Madrid. Who cares about them? Says Alvarez is the dream, and there's more, but there's more future perhaps in 27, 28. Yes. 100%. 100%. I think you're cooking with that. I think that if you look at Barcelona, for me, Alvarez is the one that fits perfectly. However, you've got Isaac. Listen, Barcelona fans, they live in dreamland sometimes. Some of them, they just listen to the name of, like I saw, and I don't care, I'm calling him out. Barca Boy, this absolute, because to my guy Hafiz, subscribe to Barca Boy 103. He was sitting there talking about Haaland. I'm like, bro, I don't want Haaland. What are you on about? Haaland? No. We are not trying to see Haaland here, man. Respectfully, yes, Haaland is a world-class striker. Yes, he will score a bucket amount of goals at Barcelona. However, bro, I don't care. I don't. Like, seriously. At the end of the day, is it worth it to have a player of Haaland's stature score 50 goals, but the rest of the team is moving like bumps? Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. So yeah, Alvarez is the dream, but Isaac is like the second option. We need Suarez type false nines. I agree with you, Enjoy. Exactly. Listen, I'm always smashing likes. Yo, big up you guys. Make sure you guys smash the likes, man. Smash the likes. Have we hit 30 likes yet? Let me see. 32. All right, we've hit 33. Listen, guys, let's get to 40. Guys. Let's get to 40 likes before the end of the stream, guys. Big up to you guys. It says, at least I can do. All right, let's see. It says, we need more La Liga English-speaking YouTuber collaborations. Yeah, listen, Enjoy. I don't know if you're new to the channel, guys. But if you guys know anything about this channel, guys, this is a Barcelona channel true and true. Okay, guys? You will be seeing panel shows. I do Coolest Culture every Sunday. So that's a Barcelona panel show. It's not just me. So if you guys want to see other Barcelona content creators, guys, make sure you guys are here on Sunday, guys. Same time as this time right here when I started the stream, guys. We'll be doing Coolest Culture. And also, guys, by the way, I'm adding some new shows. Okay, guys? During the off-season, we're going to be seeing more Barca content like this, where we're going to be talking about transfer news and everything like this. But also, guys, I'm going to be bringing panel shows. I'm trying to bring some two new Barcelona shows, right? Because I want to bring, more content for you guys, my beautiful subscribers over here, man. Yeah, man. Big up to you guys. Yo, listen, man. We're performing the trend over here. It says this Barcelona team will only get stronger. Exactly, man. And we need to make sure we get stronger. 100%. No, man, I'm indeed bored of hearing about Premier League. Give us more Barcelona content. I'm looking forward to watching Barcelona next season. This season, I watch 90% of Barca games. Yo, big up to my guy, man. Big up to you, Napping. Listen, don't worry, man. You're gonna be like this. Like I said, this channel is mainly Barca. It's mainly Barca. And by the way, congratulations, because you say you're a Spurs fan. Congratulations, you won a trophy. You won a European trophy. That's something Arsenal fans can say that they've done. So yeah, listen, man. I'm not trying to throw shots at Arsenal, by the way. I'm just saying, man. Spurs, congratulations. You guys won a trophy, man. Big up to you guys. But hey, listen. Yeah, Barcelona. This is a Barcelona channel, so you guys are going to be getting Barca content all the time. I might even go live tomorrow, guys, around the same time. So if you guys are about, make sure you guys are here next tomorrow. It says, my next focus will be on getting a young striker like Raul Thomas de Matiz, the Argentine. He's similar to Alvarez, but cheap and has a lot of potential. I like to play a 4-4-2. A 4-4-2 with real strikers. I don't think Barca will play a 4-4-2. However, this player you're talking about, where does he play? Big Boy Chopper, where does he play? Let me know. Because if he's South American and he's playing in the Club World Cup, let me know so that I can scout him. He says, damn, bro. Hey, listen, man. Big up to my guy, Carnage. Hey, listen, Will is actually a real boss. He's a real Madridista, to be fair. He's a real Madridista, to be fair, man. Like, even though he's a fraud, he is a Madridista. So yeah, it is what it is. Yo, big up to Messi, best scout of Barca, man. How you doing? Look at this fraud, man. He's actually sitting here. Look at Will's lawyer in the chat. Yeah, we got Will's lawyer in the chat, He says, oh my, shut the fuck up. There's a reason why we're playing in the World Cup. Bro, who told you I cared about the cup? Seriously, who told you that I care? Bro, let me tell you something. I'm glad we're not. Bro, have you seen the season that I've had? Have you seen the long season I've had? Do you think I have a team to win the Club World Cup? Bro, I don't care about that tournament. Dude, let me tell you something. I'll be watching the Club World Cup 100%. I will. However, bro, it's a new tournament. It's a new concept. I don't know how good or bad it's going to be. You understand what I mean, right? So I need to, first of all, see it. I need to see it. If it's going well, hey, maybe next time, listen, we'll definitely participate in the next one, 100%, right? But listen, man, I don't care about the Club World Cup, man. This is a new concept. I don't care about this new tournament. I'm holding my judgment on Nico until after Flick's tax is added on him. He's right now a second tier striker IMO. Listen, the thing with Nico is still young, guys, and that's another thing that I think Barca fans seem to forget about Nico. Nico is still young. He's still not. For me, I feel like he's still not reached where he could get to. Right? I mean, look, guys, he's 22. Bro, he's 22 years old, guys. I know people are gonna, you know what it is? I feel like people, because they've seen what Yamal has done, they think this is the trend. Let me tell you something. Yamal is a rarity in football. You understand what I mean, right? Not everybody can be world class at 17. Do you understand what I mean? Nico Williams is 22. This guy is he's still got time to get better. Do you understand what I mean? He's still got time to get better. So at the end of the day, Barcelona just need to be smart. We need to be smart. We are not only buying a player who fits the same profile as a Luis Diaz, but also we're buying a player in Nico Williams who can still learn and still get better under a manager like a Flick. What are your thoughts on Pedro Porro? He's been slightly linked to Barcelona. So if we get SFN, should we go and sign him? No. Nah, man, nah. No. I'm sorry. Respectfully, right? I think I would rather take Rateyu from Rayo Vallecano because firstly, he's cheaper. He's going to be cheaper than Pedro Porro, right? And also, let's be real, Barcelona don't have that kind of money. So we have to be smart in the transfer window. Instead of going buying a player of that ilk, go get me a Rateyu from Rayo Vallecano. He was one of the best right backs in the league this season. So yeah, I would not take Pedro Porro. No, I'm good. So when do we know when Nico Williams signed? It will be official. That hits, you guys can get it right here on Omar B. White. I'm telling you now, guys. This is where you get all the latest news, man. Like, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I will be talking about the news for sure. But for now, and also, guys, I will be keeping you all updated as well. So even if I don't do streams, I'll be doing videos on Barca News Roundups to let you all know, whether, the move has happened. So you feel me, right? Or how close the move is or what Barcelona are going to do next. Because this, when will Barcelona pay up for all the when when Barcelona pay up, it's official. Okay. I think he's responding. He says, "Yo, big up to my guy Shane, man. Big up Shane Mecca, man." Says, "Bro, when do you think? What do you think this means for Fermin Lopez?" I mean, he just means that he's a squad player, which he is. You feel me? Like let's be real. Fermin Lopez is a squad player, and I think if a good move comes in for him, if we get a good offer in for him, I think Barcelona will be open to sell him for the right amount. However, he's a squad player. He's a squad player. That's all he is. Like that's really it. That's all he is. We got Napin says Thomas Frank is the Mikey Moore. Will be Mikey Moore in the new Yamal. What the hell? It says will be Mikey Moore. Will Mikey Moore into new Yamal? I don't know what you meant by that. I don't know what you meant by that. He says bigger, bro. Wait, whoa. I'm sorry, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? Havertz, what does this mean? Because if you're trying to bring numbers, man, I have some numbers for you, my friend. I have some numbers for you. Okay? Don't bring it here, bro. I don't know what you're moving like, because I have numbers. How many times did Barcelona beat Real Madrid this season? 4 times, yeah? How many goals have we scored? Oh, by the way, guys, hold on. I actually do have some breaking news before I continue, guys. But I want to make sure to get all your chats in before I actually continue, right? But yeah, let me see. We beat you guys 4-0, 5-1, so that's 9 goals. Then we scored 3 goals in the Copa del Rey, so that's 12 goals plus. So we scored 16 goals this season against Real Madrid. 16. We scored 16 goals against you this season. How many goals did you guys score against us? You see, 3, 5, 7 goals. So we beat you 16-7. How are you gonna sit here and talk to me, man? Says everyone on Nico Williams. Hey, listen, man, Bassam, you need to chill, man. You need to chill, you fraud. Says, bro, me when glazing Real Madrid in big 2025 using funds to sign shit overrated players can't do shit, have us. Thank you, Turbo, man. Thank you, Turbo. Listen, look up to all the Barca fans in the chat. Absolutely cooking this fraud, man. Says Diaz is better than Williams. Hey, listen, get out of here with all of that. Says I want Flick to use Rafinha like a mamouche. That's a good one. Miguel, that's a good one. I would like to see that. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I said a shadow striker, because that's video. Omar Mamouche is a shadow striker to Haaland. I'm all for that. Yeah, play him as a second striker with 2 left wingers in Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. Exactly, man. That's one way to work it, man. Exactly, Excel, man. He is a bum. Hey, yo, big up to my guy, officially uncensored, man. He says, do you rate Nico? Personally, you'd rather better off signing a Lookman from Atalanta. I would take a Lookman. 100% I would take Lookman. I'll take Lookman. But do I rate Nico? Yes, I think Nico has potential to be great. And I think that he is a player who's shown with the chemistry that he's shown at Barcelona, in Spain, that if you put him in the right team or in the right system, you can bring the best out of him. You understand what I mean? Oh yeah, big up to my guy, Big Boy says, he plays for Lanús. Okay. Are Lanús in the Club World Cup, guys? I don't think they are they? This is Club World Cup. Yeah, I don't think they are they? Lanús are. Yeah, they're not. They're not. I wish they were, because if they were, I would have been able to follow them. Yeah, unfortunately they're not. But yeah, listen, I'll take it. I'll make sure to do. I'll make sure to take a look at some of the stuff this guy be doing. This Porto would ruin you. Hey, yeah. No, this is a Spurs fan saying this. Yeah, I'm taking the Spurs fan's word, man. Big up to Turbo says, I don't think so. TBH. I think Diaz will be a similar level is a similar level to Nico Williams, and both players can dribble, have the pace. And Nico Williams is cheaper and friends with and his friends and has the chem with Yama. Exactly. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. We gotta be smart, man, bro. Firmino is a baller. I'm not saying he's not, but for Barcelona, he's a squad player. You feel me? Yeah, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. He says, big up to Big Boy Chopper says, I think Hansi Flick will play Tony Fernandez from La Masia, as he mentioned him a lot, especially when he first came here and had been waiting for to use him. I'm excited to see him appear. This is actually very good, Big Boy. This is very, very, very good, because the truth is, man, Tony Fernandez has had a lot of hype. He's had a lot of hype. And a lot of people in the club have been saying that he's the next big thing. And here's the thing. I saw him in the Copa del Rey against, what was the name of the club we played? What was the name of the club we played? That non-division team. But is it Babestro? Yeah, Babestro, right? He played well. He really played well. I can see why. Maybe that's why Barcelona sell Macheyu to Chelsea, because we had Tony Fernandez. Look, every season Barcelona are giving opportunities to the youngsters, right? I think next season we'll see Marc Bernal get an opportunity a lot more, and also I think we can see Tony Fernandez. And listen, man, I'm excited for Tony Fernandez. I want to see how he can do with Barcelona. I want to see how he can do. He says the Williams deal is great in terms of marketing. It will boost us, and everyone can see the chemistry he has with our squad. Lamine especially. Exactly. So we have to be smart about this, right? Because at the end of the day, money wise, it makes sense, and chemistry wise, it makes sense. Just for sure, marketing less actually. For marketing, for sure, more of marketing, less actually on sense, because both Nico and Luis are similar in terms of everything. Jerseys, exactly. And also, when you live in Spain, you gotta understand, man. If the Barca fans will be more connected to bringing in, for me, and more of a Nico more than a Diaz. That's what I think. It says, but if you ask me, Rafinha is better than Nico. Of course, I know he is, but you can't have enough of a good thing. You feel me? Exactly. Liverpool won 80 million, man. Come on, bro. Like, that's literally what? That's what, 60% of our budget right there? Nah, hell no. We don't have that. We don't got that time, man. Just, and Nico will adapt much faster to Barcelona. That's exactly what I was saying earlier, right? It says, and we'll be playing for Spain, so this deal makes more sense. Yeah, but you know what the problem is, bro? We have Deco, and Deco doesn't thrive in doing sensible deals. He's still gonna be sitting there waiting for Luis Diaz to maybe force the move, and if it doesn't happen, then last minute he's gonna try to go back. Barcelona are not. Oh, wait, what? He says Barcelona are nowhere near Real Madrid. You know what? You're right, Havertz. We're nowhere near you. We're actually ahead of you. It is what it is. You look a lot like Vinny. Me? Nah. This guy said I look like the one player that I dislike the most. Yeah, man. Crazy. We need 2 center backs. Well, people are talking about center backs. Listen, everyone's talking about getting new center backs and getting full backs and all this stuff. Listen, man, one deal at a time, guys. We have enough center backs. We can get a center back next season, right? We have Marc Bernal is a good center. It's a center midfielder that's been doing well. I mean, I do hear you when you say physical defensive midfielder, because I don't think we really have any physical defensive midfielder. I mean, I thought Eric Garcia might be that guy, but no, really, it's not that. It says, bro is glazing that tuna fish. Yo, you know what? You've been spending too much time with Will. That's your problem. Yeah, but now I'm looking forward to seeing how well he does. Exactly. Me as well. Anyways. Now, listen, he can continue to cope. Next season, we will be here, man. We will be here to smoke on the Madrid pack again. Don't worry about it. I also think Danny Rodriguez could play more when Lamine needs rest. Laundry. Wait, is it Laundry Fury? Laundry Fury. Laundry Fury. Lamin. Yo, I don't know what this guy saying. It says Lamin and Balde are best friends and could be versatile and could be a good versatile option in the back line with the right back, center back, and yeah, center back, left back, and right back. Yeah. I mean, look, imagine if we brought in Grimaldo. Like, think about it, right? Imagine if we brought in Grimaldo, right? You have Grimaldo. I mean, by the way, Grimaldo can put in both fullback. And also, I know we've been linked to Perisic. Now, the Perisic thing, I've already talked about it yesterday, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not for it. It says no to Diaz. I don't want to pay Liverpool even more. Bro, that's the thing also, guys. Are we all gonna pretend? Why is everyone here gonna pretend like, have you guys forgotten what we did the last time we went to Liverpool? Do you guys remember when we went to Liverpool a few years ago? We bought Coutinho from their hands, and that almost bankrupted our club, man. We gotta be smart about this, man. Nico needs to go to Bayern Munich. Well, I spoke to the Bayern fans yesterday. They said they're not interested. I would like to see Nico Williams come to Barcelona if the price is right, because he has a great relationship with the Barca teammates. Exactly. It makes all the sense in the world. No, but Kobashi is slow. We need a fast center back. Isn't Christensen fast? I swear Christensen is fast. Barcelona doesn't have a Makalele. They need a caveman. We don't need caveman football. Oh, does not have a Makalele. I hear it, man. I hear it. Man says, I love Vinny though. He's such a wind-up merchant. That's why I fucking hate the guy. He's a wind-up merchant, and he's always crying when he gets caught. The fraud that he is. Is it an underballer quality? Hey, listen, man. Have you seen my color? Let me put myself in full screen are you colorblind? Are you colorblind, dude? I'm blacker than Vinicius Jr. What are you on about? Vinicius listen, let me tell you something. I'm African, okay, bro? I'm African. Do you see me? Yeah, I'm West African, bro. I'm the most African man you will ever see. So yeah, man, is it a color thing? Nah, yeah, sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. Hey, listen, man. Listen, you guys in the chat are incredible, man. I'm enjoying the stream so much, man. You guys have been great in the stream. Grimaldo hipsters. Here we go. He says, oh yeah, he's injury prone, isn't he? Yeah, he says only La Masia and Ajax graduates should play for Barcelona's midfield. Hey, listen, man. Did you mean the pride of Africa? Yeah, that's me, bro. That's me. But listen, guys, let's actually continue, because I've read all your chats. Let's see what you guys say. Now, this is actually something just came out of about an hour ago, guys. So apparently, from what we're hearing, because Barcelona's Nico Williams' agent talked to Barcelona today, apparently, this is the craziest thing, Bilbao are willing to offer Nico Williams a record salary, right, to make him the highest paid Bilbao footballer of all time. Now, here's the thing about this thing right here, before I continue, right? Here's the funny thing about this. Bilbao, many people, contrary to what you all think, Bilbao are not actually broke. Because Bilbao have this philosophy of only buying Basque players, they don't spend crazy amounts of money to buy players from outside of the Basque country. You understand what I mean, right? And as a result, all the money that they make always stays with them. You understand what I mean? And look, I'm going to be very honest, man. They can offer him a lot. I don't know how much they're willing to offer him, right? But, yeah, exactly. They do. That's 100%. They do. They spend a lot of money on wages. So, at the end of the day, if I'm going to be very honest, they can offer him that. But I don't think Nico Williams is interested in staying. I don't think he is. I think in the end, he just wants to return to back. He wants to join Barcelona. He says, apart from the interest from Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Atletico Bilbao want Nico Williams to stay. Atletico Bilbao has offered Nico Williams a new contract with the highest salary in the club's history. You guys seeing this? This is incredible. I'm not gonna lie. If they get this move done, jeez. But this is what I didn't want to hear. So apparently, Barcelona is saying Barcelona remain hesitant about Nico Williams due to his lack of enthusiasm last summer, which led to the club prioritizing Dani Olmo instead. Now the roles have reversed. Nico Williams is keen on joining, but Barcelona must make a decision. Now, first of all, I don't know what this person who's writing this is talking about, So actually, it's Fabrizio Romano who said this, right? So he's quoting Fabrizio Romano. Now, first of all, this makes no sense at all. Let me tell you why it doesn't make any sense at all. We signed we signed Danny Olmo. We were gonna sign Danny Olmo even if we brought in Nico Williams. Bringing in Nico Williams is not the reason. Bringing in Nico Williams is not the reason why we signed Danny Olmo. Both of them were coming. Both of them were targets throughout the season. And secondly, these two players play in different positions. Like, it's not. Come on, this makes no sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It doesn't. However, this is the one thing I do want to talk about when I say this. Okay, you see this whole thing with the way Barcelona are moving with Nico. You know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like that fat guy that you see in the club, who's trying to reserve all of the fit girls in the club, right? But none of the fit girls want to deal with a fat guy, right? And then about a year later, that same fat guy walks into the club. He's gone to the gym. He's lost all the weight. He's looking nice as hell. And the same girls that he was trying to reserve the year before now find him attractive, and now he's not interested because they didn't like him when he was fat. Like, seriously, I'm not gonna lie. I know the analogy somehow doesn't make any sense, but if you guys understand what I mean, this sounds like Barcelona are just butt hurt. That's why they're not going in for Nico Williams. We feel like it's like Barcelona. I don't know. We sound like Barcelona feel like the feelings were hurt because how dare he reject us? Hey, yo, listen, man. I'm not gonna lie, Barcelona are moving like that. I can't. Hey, listen. I gotta put it out there. We are moving like that, bro. We gotta relax, man. We gotta chill. Come on, listen. It's not that personal, man. It's not that personal. Hey, listen. Football is football. Sometimes, hey, listen. Do you guys remember 2018 when we were trying to sign Griezmann and he did that whole documentary? That documentary was funny as hell, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even hurt by what he did. Right? It was just funny, right? He did a documentary just to make his decision. It's very similar, I think, to what LeBron James did when he was in was it in Cleveland that first time, right? And he was about to move to Miami, right? So he did something similar, and basically the next year Barcelona went and signed him anyways. So this season, and that was even worse in my eyes, because I'm not gonna lie, after he did that, I don't think Barcelona should have gone back in for Antoine Griezmann. Because, bro, you basically did a whole documentary just to stay at the club, and you expect us to go and sign you the following season? And we still went on to sign him that season. And Nico Williams didn't do anything like that. Nico Williams stayed because he wanted to try to win the Europa League this season with Athletic Bilbao. There's nothing wrong with that. That's his hometown club. That's the club where he was. That's the town where he was born. He wanted to win something with his hometown club. You can't fault him for that. But yeah, Barcelona are moving butthurt right now, man. I don't like it. He says, how would you rate a swap deal for Nkunku for Fermin Lopez? I'm pretty interested in Fermin. Guys in the chat, Barca fans in the chat, what are you guys saying about this swap deal? Would you take it? Here's the thing with Nkunku. I feel like Nkunku has kind of been ruined at Chelsea, because before Chelsea, I would have taken Nkunku at Barcelona, man. I'm not gonna lie. He was actually cooking before he went to Chelsea. I feel like he went to Chelsea, I don't know, man. Injuries messed him up. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not too sure. I think Rafael Leao would fit Barcelona perfectly well. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not taking him. I am not taking him. I'm good on that. Show Diaz and Nico Williams on the line numbers. Oh, okay. Oh, we're doing numbers, are we? Okay, give me a second. Let me pull up Luis Diaz's numbers. All right. So Luis Diaz, playing for Liverpool Football Club, played 36 games last season, 28 starts, 13 goals, 5 assists in the league. That was his league numbers last season, right? 13 goals, 5 assists. Now, here's the thing, right? If I'm just going to be 100% objective, I think Luis Diaz was just in a better team. I'm going to give big team tax. That's what I'm giving. I'm giving big. I'm gonna say big team tax right there. He was playing for a better team. He was playing for the team that won the league. So he was always gonna cook. You understand what I mean, right? Let's see what Nico Williams does at Barcelona. Let's see what Nico Williams would do at Liverpool. Let me see what kind of numbers he would put in there. You feel me? Let's see what kind of numbers he puts in there. But yeah, man, make sure you guys smash the likes, man. Smash the likes. How many likes are we on now? Are we at 40 yet? Yo, we're 3 away from 40, guys. Let's hit 40 likes. Let's hit 40 likes, guys. Hit 40 likes. Big up to every single one of you guys watching, man. Just they spend on the wages. Yeah, bro, they won 90 million for 90 million for that guy. Let me tell you something. Forget about Barca. Whoever decides to spend 90 million on that guy, bro, good luck, man. Good luck. I heard Chelsea have apparently been looking at him. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that, bro. Because we got Arona Jallo in the building. He says, I think Luis Diaz is better. I think Luis Diaz is better opportunity for us Barcelona fans than Williams. What do you think about it? No, man. The thing is, first of all, I think Nico Williams is first of all younger. I mean, you just see Luis Diaz is 28. Isn't he going to be 29 this year? No, actually, yeah, he's 28. He's 28 this year, right? So he's 28, right? He's going to cost around 80 million, right? And Liverpool are now moving away from the 80 million, right? And you compare that to a Luis Diaz, to a Nico Williams, who's 22, who's going to cost what, 50, 55 million, something like that, right? And also, importantly, he's got that connection with the Spanish players in our Spanish attack, with players like Omo and Nico Williams. So for me, I feel like it's a no-brainer. We should definitely go in for Williams over Diaz. However, I would say this: I'm down for both. Don't think just because I'm sitting here happy at Williams that I wouldn't take Diaz. If we manage to agree terms with Diaz for like less than 80, like a 60, like the club is willing to give, I would take it. You understand what I mean, right? Because I still do believe that Luis Diaz is a talented player. Absolutely. I mean, you saw the goal he scored against Argentina. That was a sick goal, man. That was a sick goal. Aren't you being a bit skeptical with Trent? The amount of long through balls he will deploy to Vinny and Mbappe from some defenders in space who will cover disaster. Yeah, of course. Going forward, Trent would definitely be a threat. Of course, he would be. But listen, man, I don't care, man. Like, here's the thing, Nappin. You got to understand. If you're a Barcelona fan, and I've been a Barca fan for almost 20 years, right? I want you to understand, bro. I have watched Real Madrid buy the greatest footballers I've seen. I was there when Real Madrid bought Van Nistelrooy, thinking, yo, when I remember Van Nistelrooy United, I was like, yo, they're buying one of the best strikers in the world. Yeah, he did well, but guess what, bro? It didn't intimidate me. We were still winning trophies, right? I remember when they signed Cristiano Ronaldo in 2009, thinking, yo, they just signed one of the best player in the world. Right? Remember that? I don't know if you guys remember that summer transfer window. They bought Benzema, Cristiano, and Kaká that summer. Not to mention they bought Alonso and Cadera. No, actually they bought Cadera the following season. But Alonso, they bought. Listen, that season. Let me actually pull it up. They bought Cristiano. They bought so many players that season. It was actually a joke, right? That was one of the greatest transfer windows in just one summer, one team. I don't think football will ever see something that crazy again, right? Because remember, Kaká was one of the best players in the world. He'd won the Ballon d'Or in 2007, and Ronaldo had won the Ballon d'Or in 2008, and this guy won, and then they both joined Barcelona at the same time. I'm sorry, joined Real Madrid at the same time, like I think a few days apart from each other. One of the craziest transfer windows I'd ever seen, right? But guess what? We still battered them that season. That season, they still got cooked. They still got flamed. They still got put in a Rizla. You understand what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. I don't care about Real Madrid, man. I don't care about Real Madrid. Hold on, let me actually. Where is it? Where is it? Transfer windows, club stats. No, I can't even find it. Fuck's sake. I'm trying to look for the list of the transfer window. Yes, transfer window. Come on, man. Where is it? Hold on. Real Madrid. Here it is. Real Madrid all transfers. Here it is. Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull this up, guys, because I really want you to see the players I've seen this club sign in my lifetime, right? Just to show you guys that this Trent Alexander-Arnold move doesn't bother me as much as many people think that it should. Let me show you all. Now, I started supporting Barcelona in 2006, right? 2006. Now, look at this. I want to show you all this. Look, that season they bought Robinho and Sergio Ramos, Julio Baptista. Now, I don't even remember any of these guys. This is the first season I really started watching them, right? Look at this. They brought Ruud van Nistelrooy. They brought Emerson from Juventus. They brought Cannavaro, who just won the World Cup with what's the name of the club again? He's just won the World Cup with Italy, right? They bought Gonzalo Higuain that same season, Mamadou Diarra as well, right? And look at this. In 2008, look, they brought Iron Robin, they brought Schneider, they brought what's his name? Pepe, right? Henze. Like, remember Royston Drenthe? Like, I don't know, for those of you guys who are old enough to remember Royston Drenthe, he was like a player that was like one of the most highly rated players in football because he just cooked in the under 21s in 2008, right? And look at this. Yeah, in 2007, they signed him. He was supposed to be the next big thing. Look, 2008, 2009. Look at that. Look at that. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar in January, right? They brought in Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. They brought in Lassana Diarra. They brought in Van der Vaart. But look at this. Look at this summer. Look at the 09. Look at the 9-10 season. They brought in Ronaldo, Kaká, Benzema, Xabi Alonso, Raul Albiol, Negredo, Granero, Arbeloa. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this transfer window. Look at this transfer window, guys. I'm telling you, football will probably never see anything like this. And guess what? This season, guess who won the league that season? Barcelona. Did we lose to Real Madrid that season? Absolutely not. We beat them in Camp Nou. I think we beat them I think we might have beaten them in their stadium, and we drew in Camp Nou. Or actually, no, we beat them in our stadium and we drew at the Bernabeu that season, right? And then look at this. 2010, they bring in Mourinho, who just won the treble with Inter, right? Look who he signed. Di Maria, Ozil, Cadera, Pedro Leon, Ricardo Carvalho. Guess what, bro? We gave them 5 goals that season in the first Clásico. And we still went on to win the league that season. Okay? Let me keep going. I really want you to see why I'm not worried, right? Look at this. 2012, they brought in Modric and Essien and all these guys. Look at this. 2013, they brought in Gareth Bale for 100 million. They brought Mendy and Isco and Carvajal and Casemiro. Right? Look at this. 2014, James Rodriguez and Toni Kroos came in 2014. Right? Let's keep going. Because trust me, man, I only want you guys to really see. Look at this. Morata in 2016. 2017, they brought in Theo Hernandez. In 2018, they brought in Vinicius Jr. and Courtois. Look, 2019, they brought in Hazard that season, right? And Eder Militao. Let me keep going. Let's keep going. Look, in 2022, they brought in Tchouaméni, Rudiger. And in 2023, they brought in Bellingham, Ada Güler. And then in 2024, guess what? They brought in they brought in Endrick, Kylian Mbappe. What am I trying to say here, guys? The point of what I'm trying to say here is Real Madrid in my lifetime always buy the best players. And guess what, bro? They don't dominate us. Even in the recent years when we've been struggling financially, we've still been able to batter Real Madrid. Now, come on, man. I'm not intimidated at all, man. Absolutely not. I'm good, man. Fabricio is a fraud. Please, can you throw some light on which players will fit Barcelona's left wing? Signing between Nico, Diaz, Rashford, Lookman points. Please give your honest opinion. Okay, honest opinion. I think Nico would fit 100%. I think Diaz would also fit, if I'm gonna be very honest. Lookman, I haven't really seen enough of Lookman to really know, but from what I've seen, I think he could. Rashford, I don't think he could. However, you never know. Under the Flick system, he could. Yeah, this is the analogy I made before. Big up to you, man. He says, Barca got Hansi Flick diet. Ha ha ha. Hey, listen, man, it is what it is. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, you do have a good point, Jovi, when it comes to the Hansi Flick diet, man. Did you just remember the Bayern Munich players, how they were all looking buff after that season they won the treble? Listen, I've been seeing the six pack from the Barcelona players, man. So clearly the diet is working. Who is the La Masia product you want to see the most personally? I want to see Tony Fernandez, Mark Bernard, and Isaac Cuenca. You know what? I'll probably go for those players as well. Oh my, I hope that analogy is not from experience. Nah, I promise. Wallahi, bro. I have never been fat in my lifetime, bro. Never. Never, bro. I've never been fat. I've never been fat. 100%. So yeah. I know Nico was good for Spain, but not that much for Bilbao. I can see why Barcelona have some doubts about him football wise. Yeah, but that's the point. That's why I keep using the analogies. I feel like with Bilbao, you can only do so much over there. I want to. The reason I use the Spain thing is because with Spain, he's got better players to play with in Spain, and he plays better for Spain. You understand what I mean? That's what I think, man. He says, nah, it is what it is. It says, he tries under a two-striker system with us. Says, me personally, I'm scared for Pedri because he's not going to get much rest. Although we already have a Pedri region in La Masia. Exactly, man. Listen, you never know. He might get an opportunity next season, man. Yeah, big up, man. Big up to FCBD, man. It says, but Bilbao say they want all of their money up front. Ain't happening. We're going to play them through the camera. Hey, listen, it is what it is, man. You can't keep a player that's unsettled. You can't keep a player that's unsettled, bro. Show Nico Williams and Diaz playmaking stats. Give me a second. Do I have it here? We have the playmaking stats. Did I have it here? Hold on. I think there's a button I can use here where you can compare players' numbers. I can't find it, but I'll be more specific in the other times. You make this argument for the national team, it is the opposite. So far, if Nasha Chadley is 22 and Messi is 28. No! Okay, you now okay. But Sam, now you're just moving like a fraud now. Now you're just acting like a fraud, man. That's a stupid analogy to give. Like, wait, are you telling me that wait? So are you telling me the levels between Diaz and? So you're telling me the levels between Diaz and what's his name? Nico Williams is as high as Messi and Nasser Chadli. This guy is moving like a fraud, man. Yeah, I would like Grimaldo, but I would rather go in for Geoffrey Torres. I mean, bruh, see, here's the thing, big boy Chopper. It's also very important to also not just rely on La Masia. Do you understand what I mean, right? Because what you need more than youngsters is also experience as well. You understand what I mean? That's why also I'm not completely against the Luis Diaz move. That's why I didn't sit here and say we shouldn't go in for Luis Diaz. I'm just saying that the Luis Diaz thing is going to be more difficult because Liverpool are playing hardball. Do you understand what I mean? I personally think that Barcelona should go in and get experienced players. That's why even with Perisic, I know a lot of Barca fans don't want to see Perisic, but I would take Perisic if he's going to be there to be a bench player and be an experienced head. That's it. Thank you, Enjovi. Thank you. This fraud, man. This fraud moving crazy, man. Yeah, it says we don't want Diaz, we want Nico, only Nico. Big up Emily, big up Emily. It says Williams can score like that. Hey, listen, neither could Rafinha. But guess what? Rafinha is scoring. Have you seen the goals? Look, you said Nico Williams can score goals, bro. I've seen Nico Williams' goals. He's got that finishing touch about him, man. I don't know why you're moving like this. Exactly, La Masia always cooks Galacticos. Exactly, and you know what's funny? It's every single time. Let me tell you something. Every single era, this always happens, right? We remember the first Galacticos in 2000 and from 2002 to 2006, right? Guess who we had? Ronaldinho and a bunch of La Masia Academy graduates. And guess what? We cooked them. And then Florentino Perez built another Galacticos team in 2009. Guess what? We had Messi, and Messi cooked them. You understand what I mean, right? now we're in 2024. They brought Mbappe, Trent, Bellingham, and all these frauds. Guess what, bro? We've got Yamal, and we're gonna cook them again, bro. It's history. It is the history of the Barcelona. It is the history of the El Clasico. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. History always has been like this, man. Look up Emily. Look up Emily says Diaz in his prime and Nico is still developing. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Stop making sense, making no damn sense. And listen, Bassam is just a wind-up merchant, man. No, he's not. Yeah, he doesn't make any sense. Don't listen to this Bassam guy. Says we dropped 5 goals on them in the first El Clasico. Thank you. Mourinho's first El Clasico, man, getting cooked. We know it, Omar. Don't bother. What are you on about, man? Says look at how much money they spent on where was FFP and both. Exactly. I think FFP was really on. I think FFP really started getting serious around 2010, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man. Havertz, shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying is true. The stats and numbers don't lie, bro. Get out of here. My club. Like my club. He says, yeah, it's a left back. But this is the thing, like I said, I don't want us to just focus on buying youngsters. Do you understand what I mean? We have to try to focus on buying experienced players as well. You know? Yo, big up Street Fighter, man. Big up to you, man. How you doing? How are you doing, bro? I hope you're doing good, bro. I hope you're doing good. Just damn, you watch Ronaldinho play for of course. I'm one of the lucky ones, man. Dude, Ronaldinho is the reason why I started supporting this club. Ronaldinho is the reason I started supporting this club. Bro, let me tell you something about Ronaldinho, man. The streets, I swear to God, man, for football fans, right? A lot of football fans, they are so unlucky, man. They really are. They never got to see Ronaldinho, bro. Ronaldinho was a beauty, man. Like, he was a gift of football, man. Football will never see another Ronaldinho, bro. This is why people are so gassed about Yamal, because Yamal reminds a lot of these older generation of football fans a bygone era where football was about the beautiful game. Do you understand what I mean, right? Like, bro, Ronaldinho was just everything, man. That guy made me fall in love with football and made me fall in love with Barcelona, man. I'm telling you, man. What a player he was. I'm not listening. You know what, Bassam? I'm not listening to you because you're a fraud, man. He says, you mean Sofa score? Yeah, you mean Sofa score. Sofa score sometimes be moving slow. Let me see. Yeah, Sofa score. All right, Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. All right, let's compare Luis Diaz to. Give me a second. I'm gonna select player. Nico Williams. Okay, so guys, here we are. Look at this. Here we are, guys. Look. So yeah, Nico. So this is 20. What is this 23-24? What the hell? Oh yeah, they talk about World Cup qualifiers. Anyway, so you see age, obviously. Yeah, this guy's older. They're around the same height. This is something I didn't even know. Look at their SOFA ratings, guys. Nico Williams has a higher SOFA rating. Oh yeah, average. By the way, this is average SOFA rating, right? The average SOFA rating. Look, Nico Williams is rated higher than Luis Diaz. Look at their attacking, right? So yeah, Luis Diaz absolutely does better. But look at this. Nico Williams is not far off at all. He's not far off at all, right? Look at this. Minutes per game. Luis Diaz has more minutes per game, right? Total minutes played. Bro, Luis Diaz literally doubles his, bro. Is this just for Spain or is this just for in our competitions? I don't know if it's just for Spain, but look at that. Oh, it's not the league. Give me a second. Let me check. Okay. Okay. So let's use this is for just okay. Go hold on. So here's the league. In the league, okay. So in the league, Luis Diaz, yeah, he dominates for sure in the SOFA ratings, right? But let's take a look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at the heat map. Look at how similar they are in heat map, bro. Look at how similar they are in heat map. This is crazy. Like it's basically the same. You understand what I mean? And look, minutes per game. Obviously, Nico Williams has more, and that's not a surprise because he plays for Bilbao, right? The total minutes played. I think Luis Diaz actually has more minutes. Appearances, he's got 36. He's got 29. 13 goals to 5. Expected goals, they've got 12 to Nico Williams is 4. Goals per game, 0.4 to he's got 0.2 and 0.4. That's actually closer than I thought it would be, right? And look at this. The amount of assists, they've got the same amount of assists this season. And one of them plays for Liverpool and the other one plays for Athletic Bilbao, right? Assists per game. He's got, look, Nico Williams has an average of more assists per game than Luis Diaz because he's played less games. Look. Like if you look at, I mean, in the league for sure, but for me, I don't. I mean, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this for real? What are you guys saying? Because I'm not gonna lie, right? I feel like if you look at, and the reason I'm focusing on the heat map is because you can see Hansi Flick's style of football always focuses on players that have high energy on the side of the wings that they're playing. Look at this. I feel like, look, even in the heat map, I feel like Nico Williams does more in the left than than Diaz does. You feel me? So, yeah, man, it is what it is. Scored clutch goals. Nico could never. Hey, listen, you never know, man. You never know. Your thoughts on Perisic deal? I mean, like I said it yesterday, I'm only open to it if we signed an actual fullback. He cannot be our star fullback signing. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Who started watching during the Rivaldo era? Jesus. I think I started watching football 2 years, or actually I think 3. Was it 3 years? 3 years after he left. So yeah. The perfect summer sell Araujo, Gerard by Ivan and Nico. Oh, you meant sell Araujo and Gerard Martin and bring in Ivan Perisic and Nico. I mean, get me Grimaldo. Get me Grimaldo. Yeah. Thank you. I didn't actually see that. Yes, IMO Barcelona should prioritize Nico, then Diaz, then Lookman, then Rashford. Thank you. Then Leao. You see, Tobo, you now you're speaking my language. This is exactly what I want Barca to do. That's exactly what we should do. Hold on. Are we hit for? Guys. Okay, guys. 1 second. We're 1 like away from hitting 40 likes, guys. How are we not yet at 40 likes? Come on, man. Get me to 40. Get us to 40 likes, man. Get us to 40 likes in here, man. But big up to every single one of you guys who are still here. Because how do you feel about selling Dani Olmo? Personally, if it's not good enough, no, I would not sell Dani Olmo. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not selling Dani Olmo. Absolutely not. People should focus too much on GA, bro. That's my point, bro. See, unfortunately for people that follow GA, I was watching football before GA was even a thing. So I don't care about GA. Yes. I don't care. Wait till next season. Bro, this guy is still trying to fight me, you know. Oh, okay. All right, bro. All right. Also, I would absolutely get rid of Ronald Araujo 50-60 million because and that's because his brother. Wait, that brother is a fraud. He cost us 2 Champions League in a row and is injury prone. Hey, listen, man, we'll see what happens. Exactly, and Jovi. And look at that. Look at the heat map. You're looking at you look at Luis Diaz, who plays for more attacking team. His heat map is actually lower than that of Nico Williams. What does that tell you? No, I'm not an unk, brother. I've been watching football early in my life, bro. I started watching football when I was 10. No, in fact, scratch that. I wasn't even 10. I was 9 years old when I started watching. No, scratch that. I was, you know what? I started supporting Barca when I was 9, but I started really watching football when I was 8. Because the earliest time I started watching football was around late 2004, early 2005. So I've been watching football, like I said, for almost. So when I say I've been watching football for 20 years, I genuinely mean it. I've been watching football for over 20 years. Well, there are people in this chat who probably have been watching football longer than they've been alive. I don't know if any of you. I don't know if any of you guys were actually born. How many of you guys were even born when I started watching football? I won't even be surprised. But who knows? Maybe I am an unk. Maybe I am an unk. Crazy. Also, we need experience. I would go for Jonathan David on a free. He's a good striker. And exactly, we should go in. I mean, listen, I've been singing about Jonathan David, but people want to keep Ferran Torres. Okay, no problem. All right, no problem. We should sell him, bro. We should sell him, bro. I don't. Do you mean to say I don't care about aesthetics? He says, yeah, I would sell Araujo too, waiting for him to be good in 5 years from now, just to sell him. I'm still just sell him while he still has value. I've already said I'm open to selling him. How did you become a Barca fan? You know what? I'll probably make a full video about this on this channel, guys. Tell me if you guys are interested. I'm gonna do a full video on this. But long story short, it was around the 05-06 Champions League season. And this is the crazy thing, guys. Let me tell you this. It's a funny story. I'll probably go into detail about it, but let me just put it in the short terms, okay? I had an opportunity to support two clubs. Two. Barcelona or Arsenal. I know we were going to be like, oh, Omar, you met. Yo, I'm telling you guys, I was so lucky. In 2006, I remember the Champions League run. I was just watching as a neutral for most of the Champions League season. And there were actually three teams that caught my eye: Chelsea, Arsenal, and Barcelona. Now, the reason Chelsea caught my eye was because of Didier Drogba. Right? Didier Drogba was cooking in the Ivory Coast, and he was cooking for Chelsea. Eto'o, Ronaldinho were the ones who caught my eye at Barcelona. And for Arsenal, it was Thierry Henry. So in 2006, Chelsea played Barcelona in the round of 16, and Barca knocked them out. So Barcelona and Ronaldinho absolutely cooked. And I loved Ronaldinho at the time, right? Henry, I remember the game against Real Madrid, the one I just showed you all when they beat them 1-0. I watched that game live. And Henry, and I remember Madrid were absolutely battering Arsenal in that game. And the second half just starts, and then Henry just took the ball and just went through the whole Madrid team and scored. One of the craziest goals I'd ever seen. And that was the only goal in that tie. That was the only goal in that tie, right? Even in the second leg, it ended 0-0 at Highbury. And I remember Barcelona playing Benfica in the quarterfinals, and they won 2-0, right, in the second leg, because the first leg ended 0-0. And Manchester and Arsenal were playing Juventus, and they actually won 2-0 as well. So the semifinals was Arsenal versus Villarreal, and Barcelona versus AC Milan. So Barcelona beat AC Milan in the San Siro. I remember, was it Ludovic Giuli who scored the goal? I remember he scored the goal, and I remember Arsenal won 1-0 against Villarreal. Villarreal had a late penalty, which, what's his name, scoffed, Riquelme. Arsenal were cooking. At that time, I'd never seen Arsenal concede a goal. That whole run during that Champions League. In the final, I remember just being a neutral saying, yo, whoever wins this final is who I'm going to support for the rest of my life. That's how I supported Barcelona. And Sol Campbell scored early, and Arsenal had so many opportunities to kill the game, but Henry was moving like a fraud in that game. I don't know what happened, but he was moving like a fraud. And then I remember when Eto'o scored the equalizer. It was so crazy. It took me a while to compute, because at the time I'd never seen Arsenal concede a goal. So when I saw Arsenal concede for the first time, I thought, whoa. Arsenal just conceded. Arsenal actually conceded a goal. This is insane. Right? Eto'o scored, and Eto'o was one of my favorite players. So I was gassed when he scored. And then Julian Belletti scored the winner. And yeah, from there, bro, I just fell in love with this club. Henri. A year later, Henri, who was one of my favorite players, joined Barcelona a year later. So that just confirmed to me that I chose the right club. And looking at Arsenal now, Jesus Christ. Imagine if I became an Arsenal fan, bro. Oh, my days, man. Oh, my days. Football would have stunk for me. However, since I started watching 2018. Jeez. So you started watching in 2018, Havertz. That's crazy. I've been supporting Barca since the Van Gaal era. Jesus Christ. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he brought in Kluivert. He brought in Patrick Kluivert. He brought in, what's his name? De Boer. He brought in the other fullback. Is it Ryan? What's his name? Is it Reisinger? Whatever his name was. Right? He brought a lot of players. I love Jonathan David. We should therefore get him and fire Deco and bring in PK for the role of. Hey, who knows, man? Who knows? I'm going to read some of your chats because I actually do need to get out of here, guys. So let me read some of your chats before we get out of here. There's also, how much do you think Ter Stegen can leave for? He's been linked to Galatasaray. Yeah, you know what? I was going to talk about it, but I've been here for so long, guys. I do actually need to get out of here. But yeah, you're right. Galatasaray are being linked. Give me a second. Let me actually put it on the screen. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, breaking news. Galatasaray are heavily linked to Ter Stegen, and the Turkish club already talked to his agent. Now, here's the thing with Ter Stegen, right? Ter Stegen, the one thing about Galatasaray is they just signed Leroy Sané on loan, right? And also, most importantly, Fernando Muslera has retired. So they actually need a new keeper. Hey, listen, man. Listen, Ter Stegen, you want to get back into the national team? You wanna get ready for the World Cup? I would recommend taking the move, bro. Because look, Joan Garcia is probably gonna be our number one next season. You feel me? So yeah, for me, bro, you gotta think about it, man. Is it worth it? Is it worth it, bro? Doesn't seem like it to me, right? So yeah, at the end of the day, for me, you got it. You gotta take it, man. You gotta take it, man. Big up to you. Yeah, big up to you guys. Let me read more of your chats. Listen, you guys are absolutely killing it. You guys have been W. This has been a W stream, W chat, man. I became a Barca fan when we lost 3-1 to Chelsea in 2000. Oh, wow. And had came back to win 5-1. Yo, this is before my time. Crazy. Says that was the game that yeah, exactly. The 2000, that was the one. Del Horno absolutely was the fraud that he was, man. Cruyff was the manager when I became a Barca fan. Yeah, I know. This is the Cruyff dream team times. I think Joan Garcia is such a game changer. We've been needing a new goalkeeper for years, but now we have to focus on. Now we have the best goalkeeper in La Liga. There you go. I supported Barcelona when Heleno Herrera was the manager. I don't even know who that is. But you know what, Bassam, you're a fraud. I don't believe you. I don't think you're telling the truth. Oh, you see, this is how I know you're. See this guy. This is how I know this Bassam guy. I knew you were lying, man. You absolute fraud. Ter Stegen to sit. Imagine, bro. Imagine. He says, "Big up, bro. You need a rest." Yo, big up to you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, listen, man. You guys have been cooking in this chat. Ter Stegen to United for 60. Listen, man. Hey, listen. Inshallah, man. Inshallah. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. But yo, what is this? This has been amazing. This has been an amazing stream, man. You guys have been absolutely incredible. And big up to every single one of you guys watching. I'm gonna be getting out of here now, guys, because it is late here. Big up to every single one of you guys watching, guys. Listen, I am gonna be redirecting the stream, guys, to Sarcasm City TV. My brother Flawless, guys, he's doing the Manchester United Tottenham show, guys. Listen, just go in there, just put Omar BYT Raid. Let them know that I sent you guys. Put Omar BYT Raid and smash the likes over there and smash the likes here too, guys. But listen, we will be back. You know what? If any news comes out tomorrow, any transfer news, guys, I will be back here the same time, right? And we will be talking more, guys. But big up to every single one of you guys who's been here throughout the stream, man. But big up to you guys. It says I cook so hard I need to rest. He say you cook so hard. Big up to this guy. Hey yo, big up to my guy Mohammed, man. Big up to you, man. But yeah, I'm gonna be closing now, guys. Pick up to you guys every single time. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and like I always say whenever I end these streams, guys. Hold on. Let me put it on full screen. Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalonia, and peace, you guys. Omar BYT raid to Sarcasm City incoming right now. Big up to you guys.